Welcome back, everyone. Well, I was asked to sort of show me using that 3-point cherry picker boom pole thing that I made. I mean, it's just a engine hoist or cherry picker, whatever term that you want to use for it. So I was asked to use it, and then what did I do to make it attached to the 3-point? So I'll show you guys first, how I end up making it work on the 3-point of the tractor. Then we'll try to drag something out with it and see how it does. So I was going to replace the cylinder because it wouldn't work. I actually did get it to work, so I'm going to use it the way it is. Whenever the cylinder does just quit completely working, then I'll replace it. So this here is a 2-ton cherry picker or engine hoist. Since I moved here to Michigan, I really have not used this thing much. It's just sort of been taking up space in the garage. And when I bought the tractor, I didn't really have anything to put on the 3-point. So I said, what the heck? We'll see if we can't get this thing on there and at least give me something to go on the back of the tractor. This tube steel actually used to sit outside of this, and it had the steel casters on it. I cut the steel casters off, and I got a piece of plate that would fit the end of it. I think it's somewhere around 1/4 inch thick. Drilled a hole in it, bought these pins at Tractor Supply, put these pins in here, welded the nut on the back side, put the plate on, welded it on, and then I went ahead and just welded around it. That way it can't slide out. I did that on both sides. I know I just have a bolt in here and it'll work fine for what I'm doing. This here is a shackle mount for a trailer. Picked it up at Tractor Supply. I actually had a couple left over from another project and went ahead and welded it on here. The only thing about this is it's made for a 1/2 inch pin or bolt, so I would actually recommend going up here and drilling a 5/8 hole. That way you can put a 5/8 pin through it. And then this is probably the most useful part for me with using this. Picked this up, Family Farm and Home or Tractor Supply, I can't remember which one. And I went ahead and welded it on here, and then this is so I can haul a trailer behind it. So I tried to make it sort of multi-use. So my thinking with this was I could still pull an engine with this. I was just trying to make something that I could use on the tractor, because that, when I first bought the tractor, all I had was the bucket and the pallet forks. And this came in real handy when I was last year when I was hauling wood. This is what I actually had to haul the trailer loads of wood out of the woods, so it worked out good for that. As far as using the hoist on it, or the boom, I really haven't done much with that. I just haven't. But we're gonna do something with it today. With this on the back of the tractor the way it is, I'm not gonna be able to pick up the 2,000 pound max that this was designed for. It's just not feasible with the legs up in the air, with them out on the ground. It's just not going to be able to pick up that weight, and I know that. And even with it extended out all the way, I think that it shows, or it used to show, it was 1,000 pounds that it could pick up. With them legs not out down there on the ground, being able to help, I just don't think it. I think it's the 3-point on the tractor, 1,680 pounds, if I remember correct, at 2 foot back. But I've got this blade here. I'm gonna try to drag it out and drag it back to the farm, and maybe we can somehow adapt that to use on the tractor somehow, because we seem to get some more snow than what I was anticipating this year, and I really don't want to spend money on buying a blade for the loader. So here's a snow plow. It was actually made or fabricated to fit on a John Deere B. Over there on that far side, right there, looks like a tree, or whenever they came in and cut timber out, tree fell on it and squished that one side, so I guess we'll try to straighten that out some. So I'm going to use the loader to go ahead and get it all freed up, and then we'll use this modified cherry picker boom pole and drag it back to the farm. I can drag it backwards all the way, but I don't really want to do that. And the plus to this here is I can pick it up to where it's not dragging on the ground. And that was, I guess, sort of the other thing I was doing with this, is I could go and pick up a log and I could drag it out without having to pick up the whole log, get it out to where I could get to it with the tractor. That's sort of my thinking on it, but we'll go ahead and see what we can do with this thing. Maybe we can get it all drug out of here and back, and sort of try to come up with an idea on getting this on there. Well, plan A didn't work with the loader. I thought that it was just gonna, you know, pop free. So I do have that chain wrapped around it, and starting to pick up on it, and you can hear where stuff's starting to sort of move a little bit. We'll see if we can, you know, get it to come up. Get a little bit of pressure on it. I really don't want that thing to just sort of flip up on me. I got a pretty good amount of pull on this thing as far as actually using the jack on this thing, and it's starting to come just a little bit at a time. I don't know how much force it's actually taking to do this. You know, I really don't want to be on that fail army, you know, where this thing just sort of bloop pops up on me. Oh, it just broke free. There we go. Well, I thought I had it free. I guess not. Looks like we got a cable that's stuck in here somehow. So I'll see about getting this thing freed up, and then we'll get this thing drug out of here. I guess I should have recorded cutting this cable. You ever done it with a crescent wrench? right there. The only thing I had was that. Probably not the proper way to use the tool, but I really didn't want to walk back to the farm and grab something. I just used that end right here and kept beating it, and ta-da! This thing might need more work than it's really worth putting into. We'll just have to get it down here, evaluate it, see if it's worth it, or if I'd be better off to just find one on Facebook somewhere and use that instead. I don't know. So I was actually surprised at how well this worked to actually pick that thing up out of the frozen ground. I actually thought I was gonna, you know, break something, but I didn't. It worked good. So this is the first time I've actually used it to actually really pick up anything. I mean, I used it to pull my box plate off my trailer after I bought it, but it actually worked pretty well by lowering it all the way to the ground. All right, let's get this thing back down to the farm. I was sitting here looking at this as I was dragging it back, and I was starting to wonder if it's going to be worth trying to fool with or not. I don't know. Looks like maybe just a piece of pipe that somebody used back in the day. I might be able to come up with some way of making this work. I know it has a hole in it there where that one tube goes in. That doesn't bother me so much. It's more the shape of it. I guess I'm gonna have to ponder and see what else I can find. See which way is gonna be the better way to go, whether to use this or to use this for parts. You guys have a good one. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this helped somebody out.